Okie dokie, here we go. Good morning, Brock Hunter. I think I got my microphone volume adjusted for our stream. Old Johnny. See what? I always have to adjust with any kind of volume because I'm already a loud guy. I'm already up there, two-stroke.
Two-stroke.
So Johnny comes in. He's like, hey, do you got your microphone? Johnny doing.
Yeah, he's like, I can hear you from the other room. First off, second off,
yeah,
is your mic hot because it's picking up everything?
So I didn't know how to adjust it because there's no like here on the board. On my board, I got all the little levels and I can mess with it there. But here I didn't. There was no.
Which you struggle with alone.
Exactly, dude. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. That's it that I need to worry about.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time with
That's
that.
tough.
Okay? All right,
it's tough.
That's a lot of buttons. All right, it's a lot of buttons. So anyway, but I think I got to figure it out. I think it's a nice even. So we'll see.
Yeah, you don't want to sound like 1922 radio. Turn the gain down, man. Like
I don't want to sound like an airline.
Right. Is this guy doing radio or is he calling in for help?
Orlando. What? I only caught Orlando. Did he say anything else? I feel like there should have been more in there.
Yeah.
More in there. Anyway, but don't forget, find us. We're streaming again, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, the Plan B Morning Show page on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to that so you don't miss out on all the web exclusive stuff, including the After Show podcast coming up a little bit later on, and maybe even discover new music if I remember it. But otherwise, we are on there now, and let's get to it. It is time for your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it. You know you want to pump it, so pump it. Well, there is such a thing as too much. We used to like big butts, and we cannot lie. Turns out,
all right, sir, makes a lot.
Brazilian butt lifts are kind of on their way out. A record number of women are going back under the knife to fix or completely remove their BBLs. One doctor told the New York Post that women are coming in and asking for removal simply because they don't feel comfortable walking around with that big old badonkadonk.
Yeah,
Those are my words.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
That's wild. Maybe,
dude.
Wait, maybe because I'm just taking a guess that it looks absolutely ridiculous. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah. You know what? I hate to say it, too. It's because in this report, they also talked about how the Kardashians were some of the first to start reducing their plump butt size. And so now everyone's doing that. And I hate that the Kardashians have so much power over people. It's insane to me. Ladies, stop. Like my wife watches the show, and I think she watches it just like she watches like Below Deck and Love Island. It's the drama.
Turn
but
it
that's
off.
Fine. Watch it. Don't watch it for the drama, but then don't base your life off of anything those people do.
Don't watch it. Stop watching the show.
I can't say, like, I'm guilty too. Like, I watch Aussie Gold Hunters. Like, that's a fake show. Like Pawn Stars, I get a kick out of. All right.
Here's the thing, though. You're not getting ass implants because of the Aussie fishing show or whatever you said you were watching. They're not doing good for society.
Hold on. I am close to buying a metal detector, and Aussie Gold Hunter is kind of part of that.
That's different than injecting stuff into your body, though.
I'm still being swayed. Here's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to be somewhat nice to the ladies and be somewhat empathetic because it's just they're just terrible people. And we need to stop watching them.
For some reason, if you're below a certain age, you could have an adult come up and turn the TV off. No!
Yeah.
Stop! You can't watch that. Go to your room.
It's rotting your brain. That's what my parents always say.
But you get past a certain age, and nobody does that to you anymore. You should walk up to her. No! Boom! Turn the Kardashian. You stop that. Go to your room. She'll be like, what's going on? What? And don't break character. Don't break. No, you go. Go.
You're trying to get me killed is what you're trying to do.
Well, you know what? You're going to take a beating. Yes, you'll take a beating. But later on, weeks after this,
things are going
to start to change, and be like, okay, she's not thinking a certain way. She's not influenced in a certain way.
I don't think this is going to go the way you think it's
going to go. You need to punish her. You need to put her in the corner.
I don't know. I don't think you
It's
realize
not-
the dynamic. You're not understanding the dynamic. It's funny because I'm going to tell you. You know what, Hunter? What's something your wife watches that you don't like or does? All right.
Well, probably when she was getting together with your wife and watching, what was it, Jersey Shore or like,
Here, tell you what. Here, you go to your wife right now. You say, "Hey, no, you're
Yeah.
not doing that ever."
I really gotta psych myself up for it. I'll
And
do it.
just
Hey, you know what? If the
everyone, you can look for the new obituaries for Hunter and Brock in this week's newspaper because
You
it'll
know.
be in there. Yeah, cause of death: stupidity. That's what it would be.
stupidity. Put his wife in a timeout, and that was the end of it.
That was it. Now he's on a permanent timeout
You know,
because he's
hey,
dead.
and vice versa. You know,
I
if she
hope-
came to me and I was watching something ridiculous,
Yeah.
and she came in, hey, no, you know what?
Knock
She
it off.
has done that before. She has stomped down here to
She's-
this basement,
she's
didn't even
mobbed ya.
say anything, Brock. Walks
Yeah.
right to the plug, right here, over here, just unplugs it, walks upstairs.
Yeah. And you took it. You just rolled over and took
And
it,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I didn't plug it back in.
And again, it's not the Kardashians aren't the main point of this, but I do hope this big trend. Not that I don't appreciate an ample rear end, but these ladies just walking around with these ham hocks back there.
Doesn't
You know how
look
much
good.
it cost? You know how much it cost to get it reversed?
To look
like 20
ridiculous.
To get it reversed is
Oh.
$25,000. So you already paid God knows how much, but then to get that,
These doctors
hippo
got to
ass-
figure it out. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna give it to you for like $3,000, right? But to
Yeah.
get it removed, it's gonna be
Yeah.
25.
because we know
If
we
you
know
want,
you're
if you
gonna.
want to go back to normal, if you want to morph back down, much like the Hawk did,
You got to do that. You got to pay.
You gotta pay.
So again, we used to like big butts, and we cannot lie.
Have you ever
That was
touched one? It's kind of a
A
weird
fake
question.
butt?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever touched a fake butt.
I don't think I have
I had-
either. Yeah, definitely not.
I had a girl in college with fake breasts, and
I wonder what
that
it
was-
feels like. Is it? I just feel like it's like, like,
How's that go?
like there's no. Like,
I mean, it depends. It's kind of like boob jobs.
like
you
a
know what I
waterbed
mean? Like,
kind of.
like there's different ways you can do it. I'm sure. Maybe there's some that's more natural. It's got a more natural feel. I don't know. Hey, if there's any ladies listening out there right now that have ass implants, could Hunter and I just?
No, I
Give
don't
it a
want to. I
slap.
don't want to touch. No, that's weird.
Well, I'm curious now. I am.
I just want to tell us what it. Yeah, it's got to be a weird thing. It's
Yeah.
what. Just stop trying so hard. Unbelievable. You're at the point where you're injecting stuff into your ass because just love who you are. You're
I
a
tell you who-
beautiful person. You are.
You know who needs a butt lift, Hunter? You do, because you got
Hey,
the tiny.
you know what? And
you got
guess
the
who doesn't
tiniest
have
little
one?
foot.
You know what I do? I accept that I got a frog butt. All right, I'm happy about it. I know.
Like I'd ask you to stand up and show us, but we wouldn't see anything. It'd just be like, oh, is that?
Yeah,
That man has-
disappear. I'd disappear.
He
It'd
has
be
no
sad.
ass.
It'd be sad. You know,
You look
hey,
at Hunter sideways; it's straight down.
Where do you not see me?
Huh.
At the doctor with the
Yep.
big needle, getting synthol injected into my ass. No, I don't
Yep.
care.
You don't want to, Shorty. You don't want to make that ass clap. Is that
No.
what you're saying?
You know, I got to bring a pad everywhere, especially if there's no padding on the seat.
Hunter's got that old man donut that he sits on. All the time. that hemorrhoid donut, but it's because his ass has no meat.
I have
left
brought
on
a stadium seat places before. I'm serious, man.
it. You got a bony
We're gonna
butt.
be
What do you
here
want me
for
to
a
do?
few hours.
We're gonna be here for a while. Anyway, so there you go. Big butts on their way out. Hey, what about this? New reports of trouble on the set of Yellowstone, and if you're a fan, you won't want to hear them. So-called sources are saying that the show will end after the second half of season 5 because Kevin Costner just can't get along with the show's creator,
Hmm.
Tyler Sheridan. But it sounds like it's not Kevin's fault. So-called insiders say, quote, Taylor is the star of his show. He's the most important person of all his shows. The first half of season 5 ended in January. There's no word with the second half or when it will air, even if they will start filming. The only reason I bring this up is I don't care whose fault it is. It drives me nuts when I see these celebrities on you got a cakewalk. You're making buco bucks filming stuff, and they're in Montana on beautiful locations, and then you're gonna sit there and whine. Just go there and live the sweet cush life that you have,
Yep.
and shut up. Like, it always floors me when I hear about actors getting kicked off shows, and I'm like, what are you doing? You got it made.
You got it made. You
got
it
made. And you said, well, I don't get along with so and so, or you hear about actors that, well, they couldn't be on set together. F you, man.
Yeah.
You know how many times I got to be with employees and coworkers that I don't want to be with, and you know what I do?
Yeah, you're on the grind every day.
You muscle it down. That just bothers
me. So here's
man.
another. That's another reason why I don't watch series and shows.
Yeah.
First off, they leave you hanging every episode. Oh, I leave you hanging. You got to come back next week. No, forget that. I want it to end now. I'm interested now. You got my attention. Finish it. That's why I watch movies, not shows. Another reason. You just said it. Could be the 5th season. Old boy doesn't get along with old boy anymore. Oh, now we can't finish the show. Oh, so I watched 4 or 5 seasons for nothing.
I committed myself.
What show did that happen to? Like a huge show where they didn't finish it because there was a fallout or something.
I can't remember exactly, but like, for example, like Dexter was a huge show and the finale was just garbage. And everyone's like, what the hell was, I just committed 8 seasons of my life.
It could have been 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But no, it ended up being weeks of your life. And then it's trash. Why do people love shows so much?
It's an escape. You know, there's a lot of great shows.
Go outside. At least that doesn't leave. Oh, it left us hanging yesterday, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
But you know,
that's true.
I have a point. Do I have a point?
No, you do. You do, for sure.
And that's my point when people are, you haven't watched Yellowstone? Shut up.
And see, now you probably won't.
Wasted weeks of your life?
See, now you probably won't because there may not be a finale to it. It may not,
Now all you people that were all talking about it these past 2 months,
now
I'm going to start talking.
Yep.
Oh, how about that Yellowstone that's not going to be finished, huh?
I don't want to
shut up. Should have finished it in 2.5 hours. Too bad it wasn't a movie.
Yeah, a miniseries at least.
A miniseries. That's my rant.
Yeah,
because people like to change. People move on. Kevin Costner doesn't want to do another series of Yellowstone. Yeah, it's probably going to suck because now he's going to be going through the motions.
Well, and they're going to bring in other. I think they're talking about like Matthew McConaughey coming in and doing like some kind of spin-off or whatever.
How much more money? Let's just let it ride. The money's coming in.
Yeah,
there'll never be an ending. We'll just.
Yeah, we take it on the chin. They abuse us, and then they act like babies on set. It's like you have the cushiest job in the world. You're an actor. I always love when actors talk about like, oh, the filming was so the hours where we did. I just want to be like, shut up.
Well, you're making millions of dollars. Yeah. I'm sure there is a grind, dude, to acting for sure. But you're making millions of dollars, so that grind isn't really a grind anymore.
You think it's harder than being an underwater welder?
Oh boy.
Hey, as Bill Burr said, you think it's harder than being a redhead roofing in July? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, you had to get up early and be on set at 5 a.m. and then
from your trailer that was set up for you. Yeah,
and
I kind of get what
you hear him talk about it. Oh, well, we were in New Zealand filming and the days. Shut up! You got a free trip to New Zealand and then you got paid for it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You got catering. You got all these great meals in a nice tent. All right. You're not paying for housing. You think they're paying rent over there? Shut your stupid mouths. Shut your stupid spoil. And then you know what's going to happen? They're going to get to go on this press circuit and talk about it. All right. And get everything handed to them. And then someone's going to give them an award for it. All right. And they're going to make,
just a constant pat on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is, man.
You shut your stupid mouths.
But you know what? We'll watch it every single week.
We will.
And we'll left behind, hanging every single week. But for some reason, everybody loves it.
We'll just lap it up. All right.
And then the very finale sucks.
Yep.
And then we're all,
But then you know what they do then?
We should watch.
Then you know what they do then? They come back like Dexter did, and everyone's just like, yes, it's back. And they try and, they get us again. Shut up, Hollywood.
The movies. I miss the 90s. I really do.
I miss TGI Friday. You know what? You never let you down, TGI Friday. All right.
Exactly.
Step by step.
At least there was an ending to every episode of Home Improvement. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
At the end of Home Improvement, they didn't leave you.
Well, they got a little. They got a little.
Next week.
They got a little preachy in the last season. I think I don't usually watch season 8 of Home Improvement. Got a little. Mark got weird and it got a little preachy. You know? But you're right. Like Boy Meets World, Mr. Feeney always had something good to say at the end.
At
And
the end, something nice.
Corey and Topanga and
Mr.
Sean.
Rogers, he'd toss a shoe into his one hand, say something. Boom. End of episode. That was great.
We're out of here. And you know what? Then he wasn't arguing with the show's creator afterwards. All right? Ridiculous. Shut up, Hollywood. Bunch of spoiled babies.
And you can always tell when the end of the episode is coming. Doesn't matter what show. Ozark, Breaking Bad, all the good ones. I'm like, oh, here it comes, the end of the episode. It's going to cut right here because we don't know what's going to happen. Sure enough, bang!
It's going to fade. It's going to fade to black. Some reworked like Johnny Cash song is going to play.
It's going to come on. It's going to kind of fade out, and then the credits going to pop up, bro. Ah!
And then they take their 6-month break because they need 6 months off from
God.
Yep.
What if they did that with movies? You're at the theater, right? And an hour and 15 into the movie, boom, the credits come up in the most heightened spot of the movie, and they're like, "Come back next week." No,
they kind of do that with like series, right? There's been some movies that obviously have a cliffhanger or leave you guessing on what.
For number 2,
but not quite what you're. I get what you're saying, but not
for
that,
episodes, like right in the middle of something that is just, and you're at the edge of your couch.
Yep.
Best part of the episode, boom, credits.
Yep.
Sweet.
People feed off that, man. I don't probably won't have an answer.
Teasing? I like being blue-balled every time. That's great.
We're going to keep giving these celebrities way too much money and way too much credit. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like what he said to me on set, so I'm going to I'm going to my trailer. All right, fine. Well, I hope someone pulls that trailer off a cliff, okay? You jerk.
It was like Vin Diesel and was it Vin Diesel? Yeah,
Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson.
And The Rock.
What, two bald, muscly guys? Now,
can only be one.
Knock it off, for God's sakes.
Just be bald and muscly together. You
know what? You're making the 11th Fast and Furious. Knock it off, all right? You're
doing fine.
Anyway, there's our rants. Shut up, Hollywood. Lastly, I thought this was kind of cool. Ever wonder what Cleopatra would look like in a selfie? How about Jesus? A film editor in England is going viral for using AI to generate super realistic historical selfies. He says he typed some commands into the Discord app. I can't say it. Anyway. A selfie of Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. There you go. An AI referenced billions of pictures online to come up with a modern depiction. The Last Supper has more of a frat vibe from the classic painting, but you get the picture. So this is wild.
So are there paintings of these people? What is this being based off of?
Yeah, descriptions and other pictures that are out there. So, modern tellings, old descriptions of Cleopatra, what we think. I mean, again, it's still, we don't know
speculative.
It's probably not 100% accurate, but it's just grabbing from every possible source and then putting together the picture that it thinks as close as it can get from what it's gathering.
Yeah. Huh. That's pretty interesting.
That's kind of wild, isn't it? Right? Because we could now get detailed pictures. I mean, because there's a lot of historical think about for example, okay. Battle of the Bulge. All right. We don't have video of it, but we have a lot of accounts. We have some photos. We have accounts from people there. They take all of this. They could make as realistic as you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or Custer's Last Stand.
I think it's a lot of guesswork though.
For sure, because we're still not there.
But the game of telephone. It always goes back to that. It's hard to even get the same message between 10 people, transferring a message. Also, there was I just read about this time, or there's 300 or 400 years of missing documents, where it's just everything was wiped out.
Yeah.
And then we kind of started rewriting history a little bit. And in that point in time too, I'm like, I don't know if I trust these guys. At that point, you can just make up anything,
Well, what's that old saying? History is written by winners, because you
think
about it, Genghis Khan. It's not like he's like, oh yeah, we'll let you keep your records. No, he burned villages to the ground. raped and pillaged and then moved on.
Rewrote history, you know?
Yeah.
See, I just don't know. Like, it's always like the people, what Jesus looked like, you know? And there's always depictions on what, you know, this, that, you know, his hair was like, who cares? Who cares
Here,
what he looked like?
I'm gonna bring up the Jesus selfie and show you what they're talking about here and what it's doing. Hold on, this is because it's way different than the Last Supper than you've ever seen. So, share screen.
I mean,
and if you go to our stream right now, you can see it. So, this is what they're showing. See how it's more of like a selfie?
Oh yeah.
So that's Jesus and the disciples.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that. It's almost the same as the picture on my parents' wall.
Not really.
It's the white guy with the beard, the slick back, long hair. It looks like our buddy Ben. It looks like Ben.
It does look like Ben. Holy Lord, that does look like Ben. That one right there. This one looks like Ben.
Was it? Is that? How do you know? From scriptures, things that have been written.
Yeah, and other drawings, but you're right. I mean, they're saying that.
And I don't know.
People say most of the paintings of Jesus are inaccurate because he was Middle Eastern, and all of us here in the United States like, no, our Jesus was
Jerusalem.
white.
That looks like a guy from Chicago.
No, that looks like Ben.
It looks like Ben from Southwest.
I get what you're saying.
You
I totally get what you're saying. So yeah,
I just don't believe it. I don't know. I'd have to see him. Yeah. And who cares? Who really cares?
What if God was one of us? He is. It's Ben.
What if he was ridiculously ugly, like terrible looking? Would people look at him the same?
Hmm.
Like,
it's a good question.
This character, he does a lot of great things, but it's hard to look at.
There's a goofy looking guy right there.
You know, would it be the same? Yeah, it's just people. They make up their own thing. You know,
what they want.
Everybody's got their own thing. You know,
they want a good looking. They want a good looking Jesus. They want a good looking Cleopatra, a taller Napoleon.
Have you seen Korean Jesus?
Ripped up Korean Jesus.
Ripped
Absolutely.
Up Korean Jesus. I mean, just jacked to the max. Like.
Isn't that the one that's breaking the cross?
I mean, 18-pack. He looks like the He-Man doll from the 80s. Like straight up. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
He's just torn.
Korean
Jesus. That's their depiction, which is fine. Everybody has their own depiction. I just hate it when people are like, this is what he looked like. This is it. Were you there? Did you draw him like Leo? Was he naked laying on a couch?
Look at this.
Did you find the
I found the statue.
I love it.
I found the statue. Hold on.
I absolutely love it.
I just love
Come on, pull it up. Why does it take so long?
Because I gotta click like 9 buttons. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Oh, wait, there's some other
man. I mean, hey, people that work out, that's their Jesus.
Look at that. That's fantastic.
That's the best one.
Like someone spent time on that. He was a carpenter. I'm sure he was probably in good shape, but
to each its own. It can be whoever you want. And if somebody comes up to you and says, "No, this is you tell them, "Shut up. You don't know. You weren't there. I'm actually older than you. How do you know?"
Like this is. I love that someone and again, hey man, I love Jesus. I'm a Christian myself, but
me too.
Someone took this here and like they even gave him a little bit of a bulge down there. Like, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you think
he's torn up? He's looking.
Martha, do you think that's gonna get you in heaven? All right, like, well, I drew a nice picture of Jesus.
I mean, you have to work out like 7 days a week to look like that.
I don't think he had the protein powder to be that big.
You know? I want to check him. Be in this cup. You're on PEDs, right?
It's Jesus on steroids. That's
run the 40 in like 4.2.
He is not natural. He's not natty. Well, there you go. AI may be giving us a taste of the past. Maybe not. Maybe it's just all over the place. But all right. Well, we got to keep removing here. That's your morning dump. We'll be back. All right. We'll probably get right into sports because it's 7:34 for God's sakes.
No, let's see.
Pump. That's nice for the stream, hacking up a loogie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I was just hacking up a lung last night. All that drainage and everything right now. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Well, good morning. It's your morning macho radio DJs bracket.
All right. I'm all ripped out. Work out 7 days a week.
Yeah, we're ripped up like Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to catch us on our stream. We are on Twitch, YouTube, WIRX Facebook page. We'll keep her going there for you for the next half hour or so. Right now, though, let's get to it. Sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing. Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, Tall, Cool, Budweisers, all sorts of delicious drinks so you can celebrate, but celebrate responsibly with Bud.
We got a lot of good stories here, man. I don't know which one to do. I kind of want to do this golf one because it's pretty funny. This kid came up with a pretty good idea. Let's do that real quick. In England, a teenager named Ben Thornberry was fed up with his town's pothole problem, which I think we are too. I think everybody around is like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, so this is what he did. He created a crazy pothole golf course using small cones, allowing others to put golf balls into the potholes. 20 people showed up to play the course. Also got the attention of city council, obviously. It's kind of the point. Thanks to Thornberry's makeshift decision golf course, the crappy potholes were filled.
Dude, there's some around here.
He awarded millions of dollars to the town to get the potholes fixed afterwards. Wow. Was somebody around? Was it around here, or was it the story we did where somebody just went around and started circling them with spray paint?
Well, there was one guy who drew penises. He drew penises.
That's right.
Yep, he drew penises. You go around and spray paint penises around all the potholes, and that obviously was something that drew the attention of the city. Yeah.
Can I rant real quick? And this doesn't have to do with potholes, but it has to. And you know what? If you're a construction worker and you work on these things out there and there's a reason, please tell me and text me because then I'll stop bitching. But can we put manholes in the middle of the road? Why do you put them in the tracks? 1 foot to the left.
Yep.
And they're all staggered. So you'll avoid one, boom, and then I shoot over to the left. Yep. Boom, oh, I got that one. Up.
You know what road is awful about that? Colfax. Some reason Colfax, it is literally they are on, and there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room to kick those things off to the side or to the middle. Yeah.
Put them in the middle of the lane where your car drives over. Please.
Yep.
It's the most. Tum, tum, tum,
Yep.
tum, tum. All right. I'll drive on the sidewalk.
Yep.
I'm hanging over in the bike lane sometimes because cars just taking a beating. Please give me an answer. Somebody out there knows this answer. I know a lot of you construction guys listen to this show. Please tell me, why do you put the pot? You got to drive over it too.
Mm-hmm.
Blows my mind. Simple things these days, guys.
I would rather have them spend the time, all right, more road construction and fix them and be done with it than just continuing to have to swerve around potholes. Yep. Or manhole covers. Yep.
Like there's times where like if there's a cop behind me, so be it.
Yeah.
And when I pull over, I'll tell him, I'll be like, hey, I'm Barry Sandersing some potholes here, man. Like I got a 2002. I got 256,000 miles on this car. I got to be careful. You know? Anyway, here's my
Actually, no. Until Hunter's vehicle falls apart, leave them where they're at.
Oh,
right?
shut up.
That CRV needs to die.
I love that car. I could win $1 billion tomorrow.
Still
You'd see
driving
me-
it.
What's that?
Oh,
You
you're
got a
not
new
going
car
that
yet.
fast. There's no way you're going that fast with that CRV. Like,
Just a silver streak. That's all you see. Anyway.
what else you got?
All right, one more story here real quick. There's a new world record. Great. New world record. This one might be legit, though. There's a new world record holder for the most push-ups in an hour. Let's see. The record-breaking number is already making our shoulders ache. My shoulders ache, and I haven't done a push-up.
Yep.
Lucas Helmke, 33-year-old from Australia. He's an accountant. Dude, what? No. I haven't read this story yet. Did 3,206 push-ups in an hour.
No way. No effing way. That's impossible.
3,206 push-ups in an hour. What?
All right, let's
No.
bust the calculator out. Hold on.
No, they already did it for us.
Did they already do the math?
Yeah, that's an average of 53 per minute.
There's no way.
There's no way. The previous Guinness World Record of 3,182 was set by another Australian in 2022.
Now, okay, are these full push-ups, like chest to the ground push-ups?
That's what I'm
they-
wondering. Or is it one of those little, does this guy have little stumpy arms like you? I mean, what's going on here? There's got to be something.
First of all, my arms are longer in comparison. My legs are short. Okay, so
You gotta get some John Cena.
you know what? Long enough to get you in the chin, buddy boy. You keep it up.
I want to take me to the ground. Just anyway, shut up. Dude, 3,206 push-ups, 53 push-ups a minute.
Okay, outside of let's say they are full push-ups and you do half that amount.
I don't think that's
Your
possible.
arms are just gonna give out. Like there's no way. And I'm not saying people aren't fit. There's not people out there doing amazing feats of physical strength and athleticism. That just doesn't seem physically possible.
53, okay, 53 per minute, and you got to keep that pace for an hour. There's no way. What is this guy? Just a muscle?
I mean, what's his name?
His name is Lucas Helmke.
Lucas Helmke. There we go. Lucas Helmke.
Are they full push-ups? Because if they are, I mean, that's incredible, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, his chest is just yoked. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see how that's possible.
Hey, let's mark that one down of one that we're not going to even try.
I don't even want to try. That just sounds exhausting. That sounds just horrible.
I know.
It sounds like your chest is just going to pop, right?
So here's a question. At 53 per minute over an hour, can you just do push-ups forever?
Like, what's the stopping point, right?
What's the stop? I mean, obviously at the end, he's not like we are, at 10. No, he's probably still pumping them out.
I
at
wonder
59
how many.
minutes.
I wonder how many I could do in an hour. Like, life depends on it. What I could really crank out.
100.
I don't know, and I don't want to try it either. That's the other thing. Like, there's no way to
Maybe
gauge this
200,
because
maybe.
I don't.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
point to where you just can't do push-ups
Right?
anymore.
Your
You're
arms
well,
are just going to go.
You're noodle armed,
right?
you know?
Should we
I
try
don't
and
think
find
that's
his
the
video?
case for this guy, though.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you spread that out and he's not trying to do everything in an hour, this guy could probably – how long can this guy do push-ups for? There's another record. He did push-ups for 4 days. Wow.
Like, yeah. And like, can he rest on his knees? Does he have to stay planked?
Incredible. Usually we make fun of world record stories because they're ridiculous. All of them are absolutely just made up pretty much. But this one, this one's pretty legit.
I'm almost kind of mad at him, though. So I'm watching the video. He's not going all the way down.
It's not? But
No.
so what's the rule? Is his arms going at 90 degree? Or his elbows 90 degrees? Is that a rule?
not. He's not quite at 90 degrees at the elbow.
Okay. There's got to be some sort of rule.
And he's kind of, his back's kind of like bouncing, like his lower back. Like he's not like stick straight. So, I mean, that's still a ton. Like my arms would be mush at the end of that.
Is he looking up or is he looking down?
No, he's looking down. His head's. I don't know.
Hey, still incredible. 7:45 though. We should wrap this up. So.
All right, good enough for now. Well, my arms are tired just thinking about it. So, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. All right. God, I think our internet's acting up today, man. You've kind of wigged out a few times, and actually our stream just froze up. There we go.
What's the topic? Oh, it's
what's something that you'd atypical for someone your age?
Have we ever done typical?
Typical?
Yeah, not atypical, but typical for somebody your age.
I mean, that's just saying, what do you do that other people your age do? I don't know if there's much of a conversation there.
Yeah, everybody's different aging, you know?
Yeah.
It's no different than atypical.
Or do you could do like something, we'll guess your age by telling us something you do that's typical for someone your age. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I wear orthopedic shoes. Okay, you're 62. You know, you're in your 60s. I don't know.
I got a good answer. I got a good answer that involves both of us. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got 50 seconds.
What are you smiling at?
I'll tell you later.
Well, you can't say it on the stream.
I don't want to say it on the stream, no, but I'll tell you later. Tell you later. Just remind me. Ask me what I was laughing about.
Boy, you were looking up at the screen. Something happened.
God, you are wigging out today, man.
check.
You, buddy. Oh, here we go. Hey, good morning. It's 7:48. Brock Hunter.
What's up?
What's happening? How you doing?
Don't forget, find us on our stream. We're hanging out Twitch, YouTube, the WIRX Facebook page. We'll be hanging out for the next 15 minutes or so. Right now, though, we got to get to your topic of the day. Of course, as always, brought to you by Sports 44. Try Sports 44 first for sporting gear, shoes, clothes, school spirit wear, equipment, and more. Located at 2605 South Cleveland Avenue in St. Joe. Sports 44, sporting goods for all 4 seasons. Your topic for today. What's something you do that is atypical for someone your age? All right. Maybe you do something that's more of a young person thing to do. Maybe you do something that's an old person thing to do, but atypical for someone your age. Hunter,
So,
you said you had a good.
Yeah, if you're on the stream, I'll just show you. But if you're not, I'll tell you afterwards. But there you go. There's one right there. And Brock, you can relate to that because you got the exact same pair
Yeah,
of
the
these.
exact
What
same
are
pair.
they? They're
Land
they're
sharks.
land sharks. Yeah, they're like a croc
Honestly,
knockoff.
So I'm ready to go buy another pair because I
Yeah.
like them so much. And once I wear through this pair, I
Yeah.
want to make sure I got another
I'm not
pair.
sure if you're gonna
ready to
wear
go.
through that pair. I think they're gonna
And
last
they are
forever.
they're pretty hardy. They're pretty hardy.
really
but
are.
okay. So wearing is it ugly but comfortable shoes? Is that the
There you
atypical
go.
thing you do? I like it.
Atypical.
like-
You know, maybe another one would be in that same category. Is there you go, white T-shirt. That's all. That's all you get.
So what you're saying is how you dress is atypical for someone
You know,
Yeah.
everybody's peacocking everywhere. You know, and I'm not saying I've never done that. You know,
Yeah.
the big fancy jeans, the chandelier jeans, and I wore the buckle stuff back in the day. But if you look at my closet now, you're not finding many logos on. I mean, you got one here, I guess, but not on shirts.
You're going for the old man comfort over young man style.
It's just weird because it's different in golf because I typically like to wear Nike stuff when I golf. And I don't know, I'm not like getting paid by Nike. I don't know. I just like the way this stuff looks and fits.
Yeah, but I don't think Nike's a young guy thing, or someone, I think that probably fits the bill.
Kind of comes with the gear of the game.
No, but
you know.
I think that's a good answer. Your old man comfort is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what you go for. You don't dress like someone your age, which also is starting to change. It always weirds me out when I see like a guy in his 60s or 50s that's like dressed like a 30-year-old.
You know,
what I mean?
Rob
Like,
Dyrdek is the only one who can pull that off because
Like
he
the
can
skinny
legit
jeans and-
skateboard. You know, like he did a lot for that sport. So
and he's
It's
what,
not-
almost 50? He's almost 50. It's
Yeah,
weird seeing him in.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. There's exceptions to every rule,
Mhm.
but for sure. You got any other ones? Because I got mine.
Yeah, what's yours?
Something that I do that is atypical for someone my age. I do crossword puzzles.
Oh yeah, you
I
do.
have a book. I have a book sitting right now on the dining room table, and I like
Mm.
to sit there and I like to do my crossword puzzles.
I'm going to tell a story real quick. And I know we've told this before on the air, but it's deserving enough to tell it again. We were at Pipestone Creek Golf Course one time. Actually, this is after a tournament, wasn't it? Or something, maybe?
I think something like that. I
Anyway.
don't think you and I. Yep.
We're bellied up at the bar. There's a crossword right there. Brock and I, we have a little extra time for like tee off or something. So we're like trying to do this crossword puzzle. We get like 3 answers down. And like this lady, like 3 spots down, keeps like looking over and we create conversation with her. And she comes over and she's like, give me that thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
Literally 2 minutes goes by.
Yeah.
This like boom, 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 boom.
I got filled out, man.
I look at Brock. Brock looks at me, and we're like, "What?
The hell?
How do you know all of this?"
The only thing I get chalk it up to is that she did it earlier that day,
I don't
and
think
she
so.
just remembered it. But I don't think so. I think she just, that's an old person brain, though. That's how it works.
It was the wisdom, old wisdom.
It was wild. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
she flew through that crossword, but it was
Oh.
amazing.
And all I wanted was help on one, and then she did the whole thing for me. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm done with this crossword puzzle.
Didn't we ask her, dude, like, do you go to competitions? When she's like, nah,
something
well, I
like that.
used to do these a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it was the entertainment before, yeah. So, but yeah, so crossword puzzles, I think that's an old or atypical for someone my age.
Mhm.
I'd say that. So, we got some answers on Facebook. What's something you do that's atypical for someone your age? Well, and two, also another one for me, video games, but I guess not for millennials. That's a big deal, nowadays. That's pretty commonplace. So, our age group plays.
I
video
guess you're
games,
right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Right? Because we grew up on them, and I'm not saying it's Die Hard, but we still play them.
Still play.
It's not like grandma's playing, but let's see. Brandon says I like playing bingo with the blue-haired old
Man.
ladies. Nice.
So there was a bingo night. Well, Watermark had bingo night one night. We went over there, man. and
Yep.
Let me tell you, I don't think I've ever played bingo. I had a blast.
No.
It was so much fun.
Oh, it's a great.
Oh
time.
my god!
It's a great. You got like the 4 cards in front of you. You got your little stamper.
We even bought our
Yeah.
own stampers from the store. That was ridiculous.
Got to. You don't want to show up like a noob without
That's
your
just
with your
it.
having to use the
What
house
is it-
stampers.
What is
They're
it
like, all
about
right.
a full room, and you get the big bingo? I mean, you could be 90 years old, but your reaction, you're quick. Ah!
You can win some good money
yeah.
playing. Man, there's some good.
There were some
prizes out
great
there, yeah.
prizes there. And they
yeah.
also had it to where,
About
like, if you won, you picked a prize, but you could also exchange. You could steal
Oh, it's
somebody's
Yankee
fries.
Swap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yankee Swap.
It's pretty cool.
The hometown I grew up in, they did a summer frolic every year, and they had a bingo tent, and it was like the draw. You had the beer tent and the bingo tent, and people would be lined up at that
Hey,
bingo tent getting in there.
I'm
Wild,
all
dude.
for it. We
Wild.
saved our stampers. We're
Yep.
ready.
Yep.
Let's
like
go.
it. Good answer. Let's see. Matt said, I sit and listen to old loud music like Sinatra, Dean, Coltrane, and other smooth jazz from the 50s and 60s while sipping bourbon and smoking a cigar. It's kind of an old man thing to do.
I do the exact same thing. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to take it a step further. There are times, and I'm dead serious. What is it? Like symphony opera?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what channel. It's like one of the early channels on the radio, but it has like the, and I call it like Bambi music, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the Disney background music. And for
Disney
some
music,
reason, I mean, it's kind of funny at first when I turn it on, there's somebody else in the car. They're like, what are you listening to? I'm like, just give it like 4 minutes. You're going to fall into this stuff somehow.
You're going to like it. You're going to
And
like
sure
it.
enough, we got like a
Get you-
half-hour ride to the golf course. Oh, he played just the smoothest golf all day.
Yeah,
Dun,
yeah,
dun,
it's nice.
dun, 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 dun.
That's why they say you should study listening to classic music.
And I also kind of feel rich when I listen to it. I feel fancy. Fancy.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
You know, like I almost want to play it in the house, like on the Alexa, like when people come in. Dun, 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 dun. You got a butler?
Brandon said, don't let him lie. He loves show tunes. Yeah, you seem like a show tune kind of guy.
What's show tune?
You know, like what's a good example of a show tune? Brandon, give me a good example of show tune so
What's a
Hunter knows
show
what I'm
tune?
talking
Yeah,
about.
right.
Like, trying to think of a good here. Let me Google it quick. Hold on. A show tune.
What's a show tune? What do you mean? Like a theme
Like-
song to a show?
Like music, like musical stuff. Like, like musical, like
Like
the
singing
Sound
and
of Music.
dancing in a movie? Like
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
like
song, like
Grease?
a song from a musical. Yeah, like Grease or The Sound of Music. Yeah, your show tunes kind of guy, singing and dancing around.
No.
When you're a jet, you're a jet. You know, you sing West Side Story.
If you
and
know
everything
me
like
at
that.
all into the past shows that I've done, I turn movies off as soon as the singing and dancing starts.
He said the soundtrack from
Good night.
Cats. There you go. The soundtrack from Cats. That's
Click.
High School Musical. There you go. That's a good example.
Ah.
We got some more answers on Facebook here. What's something you do that's atypical from someone your age? Let's see. Tim said at 34, I enjoy working with older people and getting up early in the morning. We could probably say that for us. Like I've become now more of a morning person.
Oh, yeah,
at my
for
age,
sure.
which is definitely, I think, atypical for us.
My 21-year-old self would kick my ass if
Yeah.
he heard what I have to say right now. I love getting up early.
Yeah, right. Even on the weekends, man.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do. There's something about it that's just like you just know you got a full day.
Yeah.
You know, I love waking up early and then and not being in a rush. Just kind of mosey around. I got all this time.
Yep.
I'm no rush.
There is a sweet spot though. I don't like the old people that get up at like 3 a.m. and they're
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Yeah,
too early.
Like, what are you doing?
That's
It's
too
still
early.
night.
You need sleep, for Christ's sake. Go back to bed.
Yeah.
But on a Saturday, I'll be up. I'll be up at 7.
Yep.
Sometimes even 6. I'll wake up, showtime.
I'll get up, go do my crossword puzzle while the
God.
wife and daughter are still sleeping, and make some coffee. Because I'm 97 apparently.
You are 97 years old. You go right. You know what most people do? They open up their phone. You can do crossword puzzles on your phone.
No,
It's not the same.
it's
though,
not the same. Because you can cheat easy. You can just tell it to fill it in when you can't figure it out. Let's end with one more. Like Chris said, something that he does that's atypical for someone his age. Loading up stuff in the back of my truck and making sure the load is secure.
Brock.
Oh, yeah, that's not going anywhere. Oh, yeah, that's not
Brock.
going anywhere. I know. Apparently, I haven't hit that apex yet in my life right there where I'm young enough to not do it, but old enough to know. Like,
Just strap it down. That's what
I did. I still did the old man thing, dude. That thing was secure. I did I wiggled it. And I
Was
said,
it?
"Oh, that's not going anywhere."
It was sick. It was secure.
That's not going in. I did the old wiggle. That's
Uh-huh.
not going anywhere.
No, yes.
That's not going anywhere.
Great work. What happened after that? It
Look,
flew
I'm
out of the.
I'm just saying an old man would have, here's the difference. Is an old man would have wiggled it and said, let's throw a strap on just in case. That's what
Yeah.
they would have done. Now, me, I'm like, and that's my youth. That's my inexperience coming through right there. That's it. That's all.
Jeez, it's just a heavy slide. What if somebody was biking behind you? You know,
They deserve
That
it.
thing
They deserve
flying
it because
up.
they're biking on the highway. They deserve to get hit by that slide.
You were on the highway.
Yeah, but it was slow. It was construction. It was construction. It was a construction area. It's fine.
Oh no!
Yep.
You didn't strap it down and took the highway.
It was secure. How many times do I have to tell you? I did the wiggle. It wasn't going
It
anywhere.
wasn't secure. It flew out.
That thing was wedged in between the truck bed and the cab. It wasn't going anywhere.
So
The slide was tucked in the back.
Is that what you said to Travis?
I did.
Whose
I said,
car you
Travis,
had? It was
said
wedged
Travis.
in there.
I had it wedged in. Anyone else? You know what,
You know
Hunter?
what
If you
Travis
would've
says? Travis says,
Hunter-
no, it wasn't.
If you would have wiggled and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. It's fine. That thing was that puppy was wedged in there.
And you made it home with it in the bed, right?
What?
You made it home with in the
Well,
bed, right?
After I repositioned everything, yeah. Once it, of course there was a rework. There was a rework.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday. Some ratchet strap.
I got so many straps, and that's the other thing too. I told Kiki, I was like, God, I got ratchet straps at home too. I don't know why.
Ah,
And then I'm like, it's fine. It'll hold.
just
It's
a
wedged in
bungee.
there.
Something.
It was bungee's not going to do anything. All it's going to do is bend the metal, and then it's going to go. It's just going to cause a spring.
I got something perfect for you. I got one of
What?
those netting things that the rubber bungee nets.
Those are garbage.
Hey,
Those are
it's
garbage.
better
That ain't
than
going anywhere.
it's secure.
It was secure.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. All right. I think, you know what? Sabotage. I think
Why
someone
it
came
flew.
up somewhere. Someone came in and messed with my wiggle, and they that's what it was. That's what
You
it was.
moved my wiggle.
Yeah. I was just like, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's secure.
God,
Don't move it. It's in there. Someone came in and they were playing with it. That's what happened.
you are the people of
Hey.
Walmart.
It's still in the back of my truck right now because I didn't get it out of there the other day. And guess what? It's fine. It's fine. It ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere. Anyway, all right, we got to take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around. It was secure.
That's funny.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. But thanks for listening and watching, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
Mhm.
Thanks for adding that, Hunter.
Mhm.